Bring that ass back like a boom, 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 boom.
Hi guys, this is Supernova. You're with Boom Traders Weekly Watch List. Welcome again. Now, this one I'm doing on TC2000, the platform. I really like it for scanning large amounts of stocks, and you're just going through them breezily. I don't trade on it. You can see that's a practice account, whatever. Here, I just pay for the data so I can chart on it. It's much easier. So basically, what you're seeing is identical to Thinkorswim. What I'm using, moving averages, same colors, white 10, cyan 2021 moving average 21. Here is the exponential 21. 50-day moving average, you can see the yellow line. 200-day moving average is this purplish line. You also have volume profile right here, which when I'm zooming in and zooming out, it's just changing depending on what I have in terms of a range for the chart. And then in the background, you can see this shady area. This is the performance of the S&P 500. Here we have volume with 20-day moving average and momentum. I just use it for divergences, no active scanning on it. So let's begin with the watch list. We have ARLP. If it breaks this trend line, it did Thursday and Friday. You can see elevated volume on Friday, earnings coming on Monday. So be careful with this. If it gaps on earnings, I think this is a playable gap up. SUPN, drug manufacturer, special generic. This is a beautiful cup and handle. The handle should have been resolved right here, but we moved down to the 200-day moving average. We found support, and as you can see, this trend line right here, if it breaks, we're in a good spot to explode. This is a very big base. If you draw like the resistance lines at the top, you can see we are right at the top of this base right here, trying to break out. And looking at the market, this has been absolutely flat when the market's been making this and this. So that's the bad part. This has been flat when the market's been making this. But this is the good part. The market's been making like nosedive, and this is just staying flat. So SUPN earnings from the 8th of November. DVAX, lower price biotechnology stock. Very good base information right here. We are lacking the move upwards before the base, so be careful with this one. But if you're looking at the volume profile, we have some congestion around this zone 1412, 1450. And right now we are at 1217, so you have about 20% move to the upside. PRTA, power play, it actually meets the criteria for high tech flag as well. Not very narrow right here. Earnings coming on the 3rd of November, but supported 21-day moving average. Volume majority supporting below this price action, so this can move and attack the highs, which are right now standing at about $80. So there's still room to go. INBX, another one. Just be careful. I don't really like this resistance on top. Earnings are coming on the 8th of November. If you play that, be careful. You know, this is resistance right here. However, volume profile suggests support below the price right now. SRTS, medical devices. There'll be another one right here with medical devices. It will see just a little bit below, but this category in general is moving very nicely. This is resistance. If this moves 3rd of November earnings, if this moves, you can expect some upside momentum. Another one, I don't have it here. I think I don't have it here. I don't have it here in my watch list, but I had it during the week. In mode medical devices again, same thing. Fast earnings beat. Hit resistance right here, rejected. Now it's again back into this cup formation. See if it can break out on volume. So back to SRTS. I showed you Regeneron. Very nice cup and handle formation. However, if you look at a larger scale, you'll see that there is some resistance on top, and I have to go to weekly to show you this resistance right here. So be careful. Earnings are coming on 3rd of November. This can definitely blast through it and just goes, but be careful. There is resistance on top. XMTR, Diversified Industrials. Insanely beautiful cup and handle right here, forming earnings on the 10th of November. This can definitely blast and goes. It's a new issue, so this is the first proper base. And MIH, again, same formation, cup and handle. This is a little bit lower price, and that's a base that's been taken on forever now, so be careful with this. I'm not entirely sure this can go, but I think that it might be able to attack the highs, which are about 20% higher. Rhythm, insanely strong stock. You can see right here, it moves from about 3.5, $4 to what is it now, $25. So really, really, really strong. Next resistance coming up, volume profile, you can see right here. Next resistance coming up at 31. We're right now at trading at 26. So $5 about, that's about 20%. Earnings on the 1st of November. However, Dawn, same thing, very strong stock. Gapped up here, and it's been going higher and higher. This left formation is lower than this right formation. You can talk about the head and shoulders. This broke the left shoulder if we want to talk about head and shoulders. So the most obvious thing is attacking the head, which comes I don't know like $24. So there's still about 10 to 20% that we can get on this one. BIB again, biotechnology, moving past this very strong stock, moving past this zone 283, 284, 285. It can definitely go much higher. You can see next resistance coming at about 400, so we still have about 25% on top. HIE, medical instrument supplies. The only reason why I'm listing that, I don't like this upwards resistance breaking through it. The only reason why I'm listing that is because past 2 weeks we've had two stocks that have gone through this. They're just broken out. One is Cigna Corporation Healthcare Plans, and the other one is UNM. You can see that insurance life just blasted through that. So I have it here. Earnings are coming on the 7th of November. Play with caution. TH, this has to resolve this triangle. It's a very, very strong formation. However, this needs resolvement, and the 50-day sloping downwards. Earnings on 11th of November. CTKB, another one, medical devices. Just like SRTS and InMode that I showed you. I really like this chart. It's a relatively new issue as well. First proper formation right here, so this can definitely blast. LW, another one very strong. Or there's a little bit of resistance right here. Earnings have passed, so we don't have to worry about that. A lot of positive volume the last few weeks, so this can definitely go. Court, biotechnology, you can see cup, little handle right here. This can definitely go. Resistance coming up, that's like $6-7 above, so you don't really need to worry about that. It's more than enough to fill your risk reward ratio. Banks regional, HOMB, that's a little bit of a laggard and a very, very large base here. Let me just zoom out a little bit. Very large base. It's a little bit of a laggard because most of the regional banks have already skyrocketed. So I'm either expecting this one to just, fizzle out and drop, or shoot higher very fast following the other regional banks. So be on the watch for that. Put, I'm actually surprised this falls into my scanner, but this is actually trying to find the bottom. You can see the moving averages are moving below the price, supporting it. If it moves here, next obvious resistance from the volume profile comes at 13.59. This is 11.59, so we have $2 on $11 target. It's almost 20%. Not too shabby, You can trade at earnings, however, 2nd of November. I just leave the chart speaking for itself. This is a megaphone effect. Usually, when we have increasing of volatility, that's a bearish sign. I'm not saying that this cannot blast through the upper channel and just goes, but be careful. Oxy, head and shoulders formation, that might be some trend for energy right now. I had some of my energy stocks. I was in this one. Vista oil, see, I bought it right here. It turned around after earnings. Good thing I sold before. Also, you can see there's been a breakout right here, test of the breakout, move again, going back. So this is forming a head and shoulders. And if you're shorting right here, the next obvious support right here on the downside. So you do have about $10 on $70 stock to move to the downside. DCP, however, oil and gas mainstream, I was thinking that this would just, go. It's been stalling here at the top. I don't know what to think about it, but I just have it here. You can monitor it for yourself. And This one is educational training services. It's Chinese stock. Chinese has been some stocks have been really strong of lately. Some like Baba, not so much. But the reason why I'm listing here is because this is a fast zone. You can see above it. If we clear this resistance on 135, 134, then we have some resistance from the volume profile 152, and after that 242 is the next resistance. So we do have a void right here that can be filled, and that's pretty much 100% to the upside profit potential. So I needed to list that one. Play at your own risk. This is a little bit riskier than the other ones that I'm listing. So that's what I have for you guys. If I see something interesting lining up throughout the week, I will update. Hope you find this information helpful. Come join us in Discord. There's much more there. See ya. Bye bye.